Hey, it's Ed here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for SP500 with Elliott Wave Theory. If you want to educate yourself and support me, you can take a look at Patreon, where you can find Elliott Wave Basics course, access to weekly live streams and extra content overall. Thank you for your support. Let's get into the analysis next. So let's start here on a bit higher time frame, and actually not with the SP500 but with Nasdaq. So again, Nasdaq has been way more bullish overall on the smaller time frames, where it is still possible to have this very bullish scenario where we would have 1 2 1 2 1 2 3, where wave 4 would not get back to the wave 1 territory here. Now this is not possible on S&P 500 because we have already tagged this. So if we are taking a look at that exact same scenario, this would be the wave 4 and this would be the wave 1. So there's an overlap already there. So this was the structure we were looking last time when we were talking about this being the basically the defining structure here. But of course there is still one more way here to make this still a bull count, and instead of this being a wave 1, 2, this would be completely deleted and we would shift our bias for wave 2 here. And instead of this being a 5-way structure of a diagonal, we would have to say that we have this as some sort of 3-way structure, 3 ways. So creating this as a 3-way structure into that way too. At that point again, we would need to shift our these targets up a bit, and this would be the third up in here. And wave 4 invalidation would be at these highs around $4,056. Again, for the third wave, we did not hit the 1.618. This is not very good looking thing at all that we are seeing here. So again, I would not really prefer this at all. I was saying this already on the previous video that if we break out or break these previous lows of this previous wave 4 potential, then it's more likely that we continue to the downside. Now this is still possible. We cannot rule this out until we take out these levels around here. So we'll keep an eye on this. Again, not my primary anymore though. Now the more corrective structure, which was again more main, because again we had very much of an overlapping structures everywhere. So this is what I had. We even had the B wave here with that expanding or running triangle, or not triangle but a running flat here. So again, that would be the resetting that RSI, giving us this kind of form here, getting to those bearish targets up in here, and then we'd be looking for downwards pressure to continue the previous trend. Now again, we had a couple of different overall ideas. We had, let's see, where's that, this one, where we were looking for this potential wave Y. We did not get that high at the 1-to-1. We did hit the minimum, that would be the 0.618, and we had taken out the previous highs that we had here with this wave Y. So again, it is decent as is for a potential correction end. Of course, there's a possibility where this is going to be a 3-wave, looking for a 3-way reset, resetting the RSI a bit on higher time frames, and then continuation to the upside, creating a bit higher degree 3-way structure overall, similar to what we had here. But yeah, that is still a possibility. Now if we are looking at the very small time frame for today, again this is very intraday update, as I think it was Saturday or Friday when we went through this. But in any case, we had this as 3 ways here. This was a 3-way structure, and then this was a 3-way structure, being that intra bay here, or the subwave of B. So we would have A, B, and the C wave coming down. Of course, these structures are not really great looking at all. We have hit the 1.618, which is again indicating that okay, there is a chance that this is moving towards more impulsive count, where instead of an ABC here, we would be having a 5-way structure. At this point, there is again no trade to be made, as this has already extended quite a bit. Until we see a 5-way structure here to be formed, I would not be looking for a trade. As we come back beyond these highs here, around the 4,140, then I would be looking for a consolidation back up and then continuation upwards, if this indeed is just a 3-way pullback. But otherwise, I would be still looking for this to be a potential wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, with being minuscule and coming down and continuing the previous trend, as we have already taken out the 1.618 extension. So this would be a wave 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and 5, and then 3 were pullback, and then we would be continuing downside. But again, if those structures are not going to be forming out, then we are just going to be waiting until this clears up, and especially on SPX, we can be taking a look at that later on today once the markets open again. Most likely again going to be posting some intraday updates on Discord as well on the Patreon channels, so if you want to be keeping up with that, check those out. But I think those are the updates I wanted to bring you at this very point, as we have taken out these. And also again, if you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes, and link to my free Discord server, of course, in the comments or in the description below. But thanks for watching, and see you on the next video. Bye bye.